And it named the churches. So there's 7 spirits that Christ would have that would be the signification of his church. Each church would have a key facet that makes one church. And when you look at those 7 churches, the Roman Catholic Church have nothing to do with any of these.
I was craving a little snack.
The Roman Catholic Church have nothing to do with any of these.
I was craving a little snack.
The Roman Catholic Church have nothing to do with any of these. The Roman Catholic Church have nothing to do with any of these. The Roman Catholic Church is pedophilia, a key.
And the 7 candles which thou sawest are the 7 churches.
So it's showing you the 7 spirits that were set up over the 7 churches originally. And it named the churches. So there's 7 spirits that Christ would have that would be the signification of his church. Each church would have a key facet that makes one church. And when you look at those 7 churches, the Roman Catholic Church have nothing to do with any of these. The Roman Catholic Church is pedophilia, homosexuality, child sacrifice, human sacrifice, takedown, war, killing, murder, conquest. That's the Roman Catholic Church. Churches, the Roman murder, conquest. That's the Roman Catholic Church is pedophilia, murder, conquest. That's the Roman Catholic Church.
My right hand.
Go ahead. So it's that Christ would have. Go ahead.
And the
Revelations 1.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 20.
Read.
The mystery of the 7 stars which thou sawest in my right hand.
Go ahead.
And the 7 golden candlesticks. The 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches. And the 7 candles which thou sawest are the 7 churches.
So it's showing you the 7 spirits that were set up over the 7 churches originally. And it named the churches. So there's 7 spirits that Christ would have that would be the signification of his church. Each church would have a key facet that makes one church. And when you look at those 7 churches, the Roman Catholic Church have nothing to do with any of these. The Roman Catholic Church is pedophilia, homosexuality, child sacrifice, human sacrifice, takedown, war, killing, murder, conquest. That's the Roman Catholic Church. Okay? Some people ask, well, why do they have so much pedophilia in the Roman Catholic Church? Listen, as long as we're here, there will always be children getting raped in the Roman Catholic Church. It's part of their rituals. The priest feels that he needs to take the innocence of a child to stay young. That's their thwarted philosophy. That's their thwarted ideology in the Roman Catholic Church. They raise the altar boys to get raped. That's what goes on there. And then when the altar boy grows up and become a priest, he want to get his youth back. So he go rape a little boy. And it's on and on and on and on. And then, listen, let me tell you, you better thank the Most High they did give you the news. Because without the news programming you into seeing something else, you would know what's really going on. Okay? Those nuns are not virgins either. They're there to also have intercourse with the priest and have child sacrifices. At the bottom of a lot of these churches, there's dead babies buried there. Child sacrifice. That's what they do. So when the church closes up, they have a party. Okay? And they have children. They have rituals and black robes and sacrifice children. That's the real world. Okay? What I'm mentioning to you is what really goes on. Now I know they have news out there so that they can keep you in some type of spell. Don't think it's some rogue thing that priests are raping little boys and all that. It's part of the way, that's the way they have to do it. Okay? Satan has set up some rules for them. Okay? If you want to follow me, I'm going to need some children killed. I'm going to need y'all to do this. I'm going to need y'all to do that. So they set it up in a cushy little church with nothing but idols around, doing rituals to Satan. Okay? Now let's get back to it. Read.
Revelation chapter 5, verse 6.
Go ahead.
And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne, and of the four beasts, in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of the Most High sent forth into all the earth.
So there's 7 spirits that are sent, that was over the 7 churches. They're called the eyes of the Lord, and they still operate within the earth. Now, it's not a physical church anymore, but it's in the spirit of those who follow the truth of the Most High. Read.
Verse 7. And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. Verse 8. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps, and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints. Verse 9.
So that proves to you that when the saints pray, it goes up to an altar before the Most High. So don't think your prayers are not being listened to. They go before the altar of the Most High. And he sends your prayers down as thunder. So when you hear thunder, you know the Most High is answering prayer. So they go before his throne and they're put into a censer before an altar. Read.
Verse 9. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book, and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us unto the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred, and tongue, and people, and nation.
It says out of every kindred, tongue, and people, and nation. Why does it say out of every tongue, kindred, and nation? There was a curse on the children of Israel that for breaking the commandments of the Most High, that they will be spread throughout the 4 corners of the earth, throughout every tongue, kindred, and nation. So Christ's blood had to be shed. He had to do these things so that our curse would one day go away, so that we could one day stand as the people again. So this awakening is not just happening amongst us, it's happening throughout every nation and kindred and tongue. Our people are waking up all over the earth. And you know what? The Illuminist powers are scared. Okay? With all their programming, with all their sorcery, with all their power, they could not stop us from waking up. Through their abortion programs, everything they're doing, they could not stop this awakening. So now, okay, National Defense Authorization Act, let's just kill them. All right, let's just kill them and lock them up and do it. Let's just show them exactly who we are now. Okay? At one time, we could operate with an unseen hand. They just thought everything was just by chance or just coincidence. But now, they're actually pointing to us. It's being revealed what we're doing. So, okay, they say, okay, let's kill them now. Let's ramp up these vaccinations and have forced vaccinations. Let's euthanize the children of Israel all throughout the earth. Let's kill them. Right? So that's their plan. But Christ got another plan. And we're going to say this to them because we know they look and listen to these things. We know they're reading our Bible too, even though they tell everybody else the Bible is not true. This is one thing that they know. They will get 9 out of 10. But you must fear that one that's going to survive. Okay? That's the point. The Most High will have that 10th that will make it through. And buddy, these people who will make it through this is this world's worst nightmare. Spiritually. Okay? Because the Most High, the weapons of the Most High's armory, listen, his weapons are not carnal. It will come a point in which the Most High will put power on his people, in which your little weapons will do nothing. Okay? We will be transformed. We will be changed. See, they know this too. They know this too. So they are scared out of their minds. Why? Because God's people, the poor, are waking up all over the earth. Now they're going to go over in Africa over some garbage, and they're going to kill our people over there. They're going to start slaughtering our people all over Africa, and yet none of your so-called black leaders are going to stand up and say anything. They'll stand up over one black guy that got killed in the city, not saying that was right, what happened. But why are you not standing up with the mass genocide of our people? You're just feeding the race, black against white, so, as a distraction, while they go over into Africa and kill thousands, hundreds of thousands. Okay, let me try to keep this on point. Excuse me, go ahead.
Verse 9.
Go ahead.
And they sung a new song saying.
And they sung a new song saying what?
Thou art worthy to take the book, and to open the seals thereof.
Go ahead.
For thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. And hast made us unto our power kings and priests.
We will be kings and priests. You know what? And the Queen of England is going to get kicked off her throne. She shouldn't be there. Okay? She's not a queen. Okay? The prince, I don't know who these guys claim they princes. These people are from Transylvania. They're Khazarians. They're from Mount Seir. And trying to act like they're royalty. Blood drinking, Dracula, satanic, child molesting killers. That's what they are. They want to be looking they looking all proper. And she's a murderer off her throne. She shouldn't be there. Okay? She's not a queen. Okay? The prince, I don't know who these guys claim they princes. These people are from Transylvania. They're Khazarians. They're from Mount Seir. And trying to act like they're royalty. Blood drinking, Dracula, satanic, child molesting killers. That's what they are. They want to be looking they looking all proper. And she's a murderer off her throne. These people are from Transylvania. They're Khazarians. They're from Mount Seir. And trying to act like they're royalty. Blood drinking, Dracula, satanic, child molesting killers. That's what they are. They want to be looking they looking all proper. And she's a murderer. This is what's going on all around the earth, brothers and sisters. They found some young girl, 17-year-old, on her property just a couple of months ago, sacrificed, and no one said nothing. Oh, story went away. Okay, okay. She's the queen. She can kill and sacrifice people. The Bible says right here, read it again.
And has made us unto our God kings and priests.
Kings and priests.
And we shall reign on the earth.
We're going to reign on the earth. That's what they fear. Yeah, you're going to kill 9 out of 10. But the 9 out of 10 you're going to kill, the majority of them are people who have sold to your system anyway. They don't want to see anyway, so they're dead. Okay? But that one who can see, that's following the Most High is going to bring them through. The 9 who want to stay ignorant and act like nothing is happening and just make a facade for themselves, or just program themselves to believe that, okay, if I don't believe this, it's not going to happen. You're dead. Because at least if you can see, you can prepare. So don't think it's not going to happen because you wish it don't happen. The Most High said, everything the Most High prophesied, that, okay, if I don't prophesy in this Bible, have happened. So if you're one of those 9 out of the 10 who believe that you're so special that the Most High is going to stop everything that he said he was going to do, because you don't see it yet, you're going to get rolled over. That's just the way it is. 9 out of 10. A 10th is going to make it through this. And they're going to make it to the wilderness. And while we're in the wilderness, the nations which are in the Middle East now are going to try to come against us. So we know what the prophecies say concerning that. Our Lord is coming. And we will be saved. Just like there was water on one side. It was water on one side. And you had water, the Red Sea. And you had the chariots coming to kill us under Pharaoh out of Egypt. They thought they had us. Oh, we got them trapped. Yashaya had a chariot and made a chariot of fire between us and them. And then the chariot went and split the water, and we walked through on dry shod. Yes, the invisible will make themselves present while we're in the wilderness. We will be saved out of the wilderness. They know this. See, they're in the Middle East to try to stop us from getting into certain areas. They hid certain books so that we couldn't put it together, so that we wouldn't be able to put it together. But the Most High, through the grace of Christ, through these seals, through the understanding of what He's given us, we have put it together as much as we could. Go ahead, brother. Give him the chapter and verse where you left off.
Revelations 5 and 9.
Revelations 5 and 9. Read it.
They sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book, and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood, out of every kindred and tongue, and the people and nation, and hast made us unto our power kings and priests.
So we will be kings and priests. Okay? That will be the end of this. When Christ returns, we'll be kings and priests on this earth. Read.
And we shall reign on the earth.
And a lot of you want to die to go to heaven. Listen, we're supposed to be reigning on earth. We're not waiting to die and go to heaven. Heaven is going to be right here. We shall reign on the earth. Read.
And I beheld, and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne, and the beasts and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000, and thousands of thousands.
Now look at all of them, and it tell you all of them are coming back with Christ. 10,000s of thousands. So you think their little space program is going to do something against this? What they know is coming from space? You think they're out? What you think they're out in space for, brothers and sisters, if this Bible is not true? What are they doing out there? Think about it. They know what's out there, brothers and sisters. Lucifer said that he would go to the sides of the north. He would go to the throne of the Most High and be like the Most High. He promised to go up in space. The book of Obadiah tells us that he got with Esau, and it says when they set their nest among the stars. How do you set your nest among the stars? You set up space stations to live. When you set your nest on those stars, when you come out in space, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So they know what they're doing out there. They're preparing for the final war. They're going to fight for this planet, brothers and sisters. They will fight for this planet. They've programmed your children, your churches, everything to be in the mindset to think that what's coming out of the sky is evil. And what's coming out of the sky is wrong. They had Will Smith fighting on Independence Day from something coming from space. Making you think that what the Most High, it tell you that Christ is coming from the sky. The same way he left. So they're preparing you to think that the enemy is coming for you. He's not our enemy. He's the enemy of all governments. Now listen, I know some people might say, man, y'all say some serious things. Aren't you scared? Listen, brothers and sisters. Listen, our life is coming back with Christ. Okay? Seeing this and not saying nothing is not going to help anyone. Someone must proclaim the truth. So even if it's to the death, we must proclaim the truth so that others can wake up and come to the Most High. So that if they do anything to us, there'll be somebody else standing up right in our stead. Finish reading.
Verse 12. Saying with a loud voice,
Go ahead.
Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power, and riches and wisdom, and strength and honor, and glory and blessing. And every creature which is in heaven, and on earth, and under the earth, and such as are in the sea, and all that are in them, heard I saying, blessing and honor and glory, and in them blessing. And every creature which is in heaven and on earth and under the in them heard I saying, blessing and honor and glory and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb forever and ever.
Read.
And the 4 beasts said, Amen. And the 24 elders fell down and worshipped him that liveth forever and ever.
Now when it speaks about these 4 beasts, there's 4 hideous beasts that operates in the spirit before the Most High, under the Most High's commands. And these 4 beasts are released to do certain things in the earth once these 7 seals are loosed. I'm going to show you. But before that, let's get the eyes of the Lord, the spirit of those 7 churches, the spirit that's in the earth, which are called the eyes of the Lord. Get Amos 9 and 8. Amos 9 and 8, read it.
Amos chapter 9 verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Most High Power are upon the sinful kingdom.
The eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. Read.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
And I will do what?
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
These are the eyes of the Lord that was mentioned in Revelations 5 that was before the throne with Christ. They are upon the sinful kingdom. They go to and fro throughout the earth and report back to the Father. And there's no kingdom more sinful than Babylon. I mean, you got a country with now they got each state voting in homosexuality as a normal way of life. Homosexual marriage. How can that even be in the same? How can that be in the same sentence? A homosexual marriage. Marriage is man and woman. It's just like Sodom and Gomorrah. They let the nihilists loose, they let the deists loose, they let the homosexuals loose. Then the Most High rained fire down on Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why it says, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and he will destroy it from off the face of the earth. That is prophecy. Read.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob.
He says, but he will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. So you're going to tell me Israel is not important? Jacob is the father of Israel. So he's going to destroy that sinful kingdom, but he's going to spare some of Israel in that country. Read.
Saith the Most High, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
He will sift the house of Israel among all nations. Read.
Like as corn is sifted in a sieve.
Go ahead.
Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
Not let the least grain shall come upon the earth, shall fall upon the earth. So all those that belong to the Most High in Christ, Christ is going to protect. He's going to gather them and hold them. That tells us that this destruction that's coming is really not meant for us. It's meant for these wicked empires who have destroyed us. I hope you all can see this. See, you're not going to see this in these churches because these are government-sponsored temples that are taught to uphold government, opposed to revealing the truth of these satanic governments. You'll never hear this teaching in any church or any mainstream religion temple. That's the reason, because they are set up through Satan. Let's go back to Revelations. And let's read the 6th chapter, 6 and 1.
And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the 4 beasts saying, Come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. Now
we know this is eventually Christ coming to conquer. Revelations 19 and 11. Sat on a white horse. But did that happen yet? No. But that seal was broken that will allow that to happen when it's time. You understand? Well, let's get Revelations 19 and 11. Let's see what this is here.
Revelations chapter 19 verse 11.
Read.
And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
Now I'm going to show you something. Did Christ open the seal? Yes. Did it talks about him conquering on the white horse? Yes. But have Christ came back with the white horse yet? No. So that's proven that even though the seal's been broken, we must wait for it to be fulfilled. All the seals have been broken. But it's showing you the things that would happen within those seals being broken after Christ went to the cross. So it's showing you the things we need to look for that will eventually happen. Okay? We must wait for it to be fulfilled. All the seals have been broken. But it's showing you the things that would happen within those seals being broken after the things we need to look for that will eventually happen. Okay? Read.
And in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
Through righteousness he will judge and make war. So when Christ returns, he coming back for war. So who's he fighting against? Those who are ruling the earth. All these satanic governments are preparing to fight against Christ. If Christ is coming to make war, who will be fighting him? Revelation 17 tell you who will be fighting him. Revelation 17 tell you who will be fighting him. The 10 wars. So when Christ returns, he coming back for war. So who's he fighting against? Those who are ruling the earth. All these satanic governments are preparing to fight against Christ. If Christ is coming to make war, who will be fighting him? Revelation 17 tell you who will be fighting him. The 10 horns. Who are they? The power is going back to Europe. The Europeans will fight Christ at the very end. He will kill them. And then the kingdom will be established. You got to take out the big guy. People think America's the big guy, but America is really being controlled. And now they're dismantling America now. They're going to take America out so that they can have power. Because America leapfrogged Europe as the superpower. And Europe didn't like that. So now they're going to make pretext for America to be totally annihilated according to Scripture. And then power will go back to the 10 horns. That's Revelation 17. So they will fight against Christ when Christ returns. So they're not looking for Christ. The Queen of England don't love Christ. The prince, I hate even calling him prince. He's no prince. That guy, he's not waiting for Christ either. Okay? He's not waiting for Christ either, brothers and sisters. They're looking to fight against Christ. Like they're fighting against Christ's people in this earth.
Verse 12.
Go ahead.
His eyes were as a flame of fire.
Yes, our Lord and Savior.
And on his head were many crowns.
Now, many crowns, which means he's going to take all the crowns of everyone sitting on the throne in this earth. So Christ will war against the world armies. NATO. The world armies will fight against Christ. And you think these weapons they have in this world that we have seen or something. They got some serious weapons even out in space that are 50 years ahead of the weapons we see now. But they think they can win based on this technology. Right? There will be a war in heaven. Let's get back to Revelation 6. Read. 6 and 1. 6 and 2.
And I saw and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow. And a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer.
Go ahead.
And he had opened the second seal. I heard the second beast say, Come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. When he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Go ahead.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
When it says, see not thou hurt the oil of the wine or the wine, it's talking about the angels. The 4 angels who are sitting on the 4 corners of the earth, which links to these 4 beasts, saying, hurt not the earth or the sea, until he have sealed the seal of the living power in the elect's name, in the elect's heads. Let's go there. Hold that in Revelation 7:1.
And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
So there's 4 angels who will be let loose to allow everything to happen as you see happening in the earth today. Read.
Saying, hurt not the earth.
Don't destroy the earth yet.
Neither the sea.
How do you define luxury? Is it premium materials used to craft something that will last? Is it certain features that facilitate
Of a chance, might be my only chance to get the W. I might actually drop. I might actually drop at that point. I always drop. Bro, dog. I think you're confused, bro. I think you're fucking confused right now, bro. Faith, I've been running on trust. I should have run this answer for him. I'm not ducking a fade, but I'm also not speaking crazy. Let him know. Where's your team, by the way, bro? Where's your team at?
I've been on the same shit every fucking day. Take care of my people, try to mask up all the pain. Sick of getting glorified, so sick of your charades. Everybody hates to love me cause I run straight to the flame. Yeah, maybe I'm selfish. Fuck falling in line, been ahead of my time, bitch. I can't help it. Look in my eyes, tell me a lie, cause I feel helpless. Yeah. Who do I call when I bleed? You don't forsake.
GG's, Rick. Yeah, bro, I sold that disgusting sell, bro. I just wanted the LF with Broly. My greed is out of control. My greed is out of control, bro. This shit out. Or when. All right, Chad. This is the one. This if I don't. All right, Chad. This is the one. This if I don't. Oh, really? So I'm just confusing the whole thing, I guess. Oh, you still need him. Why are we fronting? Why are we fronting? Oh my god, bro, draw a fucking card, please. This match is mine. I want the LF though. Using SV Cell is the best LF at 20. It's so good, yeah. I actually think I know who that was in the last match. Yeah, if I played you last match, let me know if you're on the stream. Easy match, don't be greedy now. I know I'm so greedy. I'm actually so greedy, dude. I'm so greedy. Holy shit. Broly second coming, who's wearing Piccolo outfit with hair also. Trust in God, GG's, homie. I remember the match, yeah, their match. Oh my god, of course. He just waited. I wanted the LF, bro. Could have swapped. Yeah, I'm not 1,000, bro. I'm sorry. Not 1,000 here, bro. Selling for free. Yeah. What a drag, bro. Literally drop right now, bro. Drop right now, bro. LF Broly, bro. Okay, I will. Hands in the universe. I might actually drop. I think you're fucking confused right now. I should have run the sand sport. I'm not ducking. I think you're fucking confused right now. I'm not ducking.
The earth,
Don't destroy the earth yet.
neither the sea,
Neither the sea,
nor the trees,
nor the trees,
till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
until the servants are sealed. Now, I'm going to show you the importance of this. And this is from the heavenly realm, the Most High is speaking in Revelations here. Read.
And I heard the number of them which were
Today,
I'm gonna waste my money on this and buy it.
heard the number of them which were sealed.
And I heard the number of them which were sealed.
And they were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
So you mean to tell me the children of Israel are not important? Well, the Most High is saying, don't hurt nothing, don't touch this earth until you seal 12,000 of each tribe of my chosen people. You want to realize this whole thing we see, we call life, in this earth revolves around the children of Israel. The governments want to ignore them because, yes, they want to kill them. But the Most High is not ignoring them. You see that? So he's telling the angels, don't hurt anything until these people, my people, are sealed. So that's the importance of our people waking up. The children of Israel. That's the importance. Now let's go back to Revelation 7. Revelation 6, where you left off, where it says the oil.
Verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. And when he had opened the 4th seal...
When it says hurt not the oil of the wine, these things come from the earth. Hurt not the earth. You understand? Go ahead.
And when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th beast say...
Now listen, Christ opened these seals already. So when people are asking, well, what seal we're in, all the seals have been opened already. We're just living while these seals are being executed in the earth. These seals will slowly break down Satan's kingdom and allow Israel to come free. They will allow us to come back to the Most High. That's what these seals are being broken for. So that we can actually fulfill the promises as God's people and come back to Christ. Read.
Verse 7.
Go ahead.
And when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th beast say, come and see.
Go ahead.
And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the 4th part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth.
Now, do we see that going on today? Famine and all those things? So we know that we're living with all these seals operating. One seal that haven't been fulfilled yet is Christ coming to get us out of this hell we call life. Okay? That haven't been fulfilled yet. Read.
Verse 9. When he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High.
Now he see those who died standing for the word of the Most High God. Ahia. Read.
And for the testimony which they held.
And for the testimony which they held. So they were killed by government for holding the testament of the Bible. And what does that tell you? That the governments are under Satan. Why would they kill those who stand for the truth of God? Who was Christ killed by? I know people try to blame it on Israel, but he was killed under Roman crucifixion. They brought him up to Pontius Pilate. That was a Roman crucifixion. Who killed Israel in 70 AD? The Romans. Okay? So when it says those have been slain and martyred for the truth and for the commandments and for the Bible, listen to this. That means those who would kill them are against the Most High. And I know it's hard to believe that your governments are all satanic, but it's what it is. Read on.
Verse 10. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true?
How long, O Lord, holy and true?
Dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
How long? Why haven't you avenged our blood on these people who dwell on the earth, on these Romans, these Rothschilds, these Rockefellers, these DuPonts, these Bushes, these so-called Queen Elizabeths, these people who are killing everyone? They're in the heavens saying, how long? When are you going to judge these people for doing what they're doing to us? Right? Read.
Verse 11. And white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled.
So something else have to happen in the earth. Others have to rise and be martyred as the disciples were martyred. There's others that must be killed for a testimony. Okay? Read.
Verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, and she is shaken of a mighty wind.
Now that's amazing that it says her untimely figs, because the fig tree sometimes fall to the ground out of season, showing you that when this happens, Satan have less time than he think, because it's going to come at a time in which he don't even know. It's going to be untimely, like the figs. And when it says that the moon turned to blood, and the angels didn't give their light, or the stars didn't give their light, all the luminaries in the heavenly realm were going to turn into their angelic form on their way back to this earth. It's going to be total darkness. I tell you that in the book of Amos. Total darkness. And the only light the earth will see is when Christ is destroying them out in space on his way here into this earth. He will be the light of the earth. You're going to see satellites falling to the ground, crushing everything. You're going to see those little toys they call weaponry. They're going to be falling all over the place. And you know what? We're going to be relaxed in the wilderness. Most High is going to have a place for us protected by angels, while all this mayhem is going on, and it's coming. Listen to this clearly. Read.
Verse 14. And the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every freeman, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
And they hid themselves in the rocks. They go, you Illuminati guys, and all you guys think you're going to run into the mountains, think you got food waiting, and all those things until the smoke's cleared. No. It tell you that Christ is going to be sending, yes, his elect into those mountains, dragging you out of there. Okay? To serve. You're going to clean up what you messed up. You think you're going to escape? Then a lot of them think they're going to fight with their weaponry against Christ. You know what I mean? They got weapons around those mountains too. Okay? This is the scriptures here. We know you got underground caverns all in these mountains. Think you're going to run away from your judgment. No. You're not. There's nowhere to hide. Read.
And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us.
They're going to say, listen, we'd rather die by these rocks here. Read.
And hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne.
Please hide us from Christ. That's your elite. They're going to be running from Christ. They're going to be hiding. Oh, I thought y'all were Christians. Why are you hiding from Christ? Why are you asking the mountains to fall on you? I thought you was waiting for, you can't wait till Christ returns and take you into heaven. Finish reading.
And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb.
And from the wrath of the Lamb. So Christ is coming with wrath. So it's up to us to come back to the Most High, find a way back, keep his commandments, and follow what he needs us to follow, so that we can be found worthy when he returns. Now, I went through this so that all of you that are waiting on seals and looking at the 7 seals, understand that the seals were already loosened when Christ went to the throne. Okay? When Christ went.
That's the reviewer, so I'll pop something else.
Lesson, well, real quick. Before I go there, of course, last World War, real quick. Before I go there, of course, to preference this, we must go back to a few lessons. Well, real quick. We must go back to a few lessons in which we spoke of the fallen angels that were bound from the beginning. If you have no understanding of the fallen angels that fell in the beginning, and believe that never really happened, then you have no concept of the governments of the earth that's set up to be judged. Because all the governments of this earth today are being led by those fallen gods. Okay? It was prophesied in scripture that the gods that will rule the kings of the earth would eventually be released from hell. And through that, teach the government certain technology so that they can join together and fight against the coming of Christ. So that's what the New World Order is really about. It's not really about having everyone under one system. That's just a result of them building the one world order. But the one world order is an actual agenda to fight against the coming of Christ. That's what the New World Order is. To have all people in one mind of them building all people in one mind to have out a king physically or Lucifer and to a hell in the beginning. We spoke of the fallen angels that were bound from the beginning. If you have no understanding of the fallen angels that fell in the beginning and believe that that never really happened, then you have no concept of the governments of the earth that's set up to be judged. Because all the governments of this earth today are being led by those fallen gods. Okay? It was prophesied in scripture that the gods that will rule the kings of the earth would eventually be released from hell and are being led by the earth.
I was craving.
In the earth would eventually be released from hell. And through that, teach the government certain technology so that they can join together and fight against the coming of Christ. So that's what the New World Order is really about. It's not really about having everyone under one system. That's just a result of them building the one world order. But the one world order is an actual agenda to fight against the coming of Christ. That's what the New World Order is. To have all people in one mind under Lucifer to continue with his agenda. And let's get his agenda, then I'm going to show you that the kings of the earth are now...
I had a customer.
Well, that the kings of the earth are now released from the Middle East. And when those kings were released from out of hell, they became leaders over all the governments of the earth today. So this is what's going on, brothers and sisters. There's demons and fallen angels as top kings over every nation outside of Israel. Again, fallen angels and demons are the kings of every nation. Their order is to get all their people in one worship, one understanding under their real God, Lucifer, to fight against Christ.
I was craving a little snack, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pepperoni pizzas and 2 crazy breads. I got the plain pepperoni pizza. Even though the pizza's mid, I'll still eat it. I think I'm just not a big fan of the sauce. The cheese is not even properly melted. I'm a big fan of their crust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move. I'm definitely gonna devour all 6 pizzas. Now let's move on to the best thing at Little Caesars. Has to be this crazy bread. We always look for the girthy one. Yeah, I think this one's the longest and girthiest. It's very fluffy. I love the garlic on top. You gotta wrap it up. They should remove the regular crust. They should just make crazy bread crust. I mean, in my opinion, Domino's is better than Little Caesars. I mean, it was okay. I would only get the crazy bread again.
Why? Because, brothers and sisters,
It's better. It's better.
keep in mind, I'm an Israelite. My God don't exist as a king on the in one worship, technology, and rule in this earth.
For
Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 17, verse 17.
Go ahead.
For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people.
So the Most High set a ruler over every people. Read.
But Israel is the Lord's portion.
But we belong to the Most High. There's no ruler over us. You're going to find out the ruler that was set over every nation is a God. That's why all these nations have idols which is a physical representation of the God they serve, the ruler of that particular nation. Let's go to Psalms 82 real quick. Psalms 82 and 1. See, and this is why Christ told the Pharisees and scribes, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. You were a murderer from the beginning, because Cain followed Satan. That was his ruler. They tell you that in Genesis, the 4th chapter. So by the time Christ came on the scene, the Sanhedrin was infiltrated. And the Gentile, which you would call the Idumean princes of Edom, had a position as Jews. But they were serving their God, Lucifer, Satan. Let's get it. Psalms 82 to show you from the beginning of creation. Before there was an earth, the Most High did an appointment. Read.
Psalms 82, verse 1.
Go ahead.
The Most High standeth in the congregation of the mighty.
The Most High stand in the congregation of the mighty. That's him standing from the heavenly realm. The congregation of the mighty are the angels in his presence. Read.
He judgeth among the gods.
He judgeth among the what?
He judgeth among the gods.
Now, mind you, there's gods amongst the Most High. But he didn't appoint a ruler over us. He himself ruled us. And he sent his son Yashaya to show the path back to him. He judgeth among the gods. Plural. So there's gods, angels. Read.
How long will ye unjustly and Salakia, verse 2. How long will ye unjustly and accept how long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked?
How long will you judge unjustly? At one point, the majority of people thought that it was speaking of Israel, and it was actually speaking of angels, gods, that were operating unrighteously outside of the order the Most High gave them. Let me show you. Read.
And accept the persons of the wicked. Salah. Defend the poor and fatherless.
The angels were supposed to do what?
Defend the poor and fatherless.
Defend the poor and fatherless.
Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand.
They know not, neither will they understand. Read.
They walk on in darkness.
They walk on in darkness.
All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Read.
Verse 6.
When it says they walk in darkness, the angels that came to this earth were bound in profound darkness. Read.
All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
Go on.
Verse 6. I have said ye are gods.
He said ye were what?
Ye are gods.
Ye are gods.
And all of you are children of the Most High.
Because the angels were the first children of the Most High before the earth was created. Read.
But ye shall die like men.
But ye shall die like men.
And fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations.
Now, as you can see, this is speaking from the throne, that these gods would fall like men in the earth as princes. So a lot of people don't understand that when these gods fell, they were made ruler and judges over the earth before the flood. These are the rulers and leaders over all governments today that are fighting against our God, that have a long-term agenda to get back to the heavenly throne. So when you see these gods are worshipped all through the earth, brothers and sisters, in these different nations, understand that it's not just a practice or a religion. These are actual entities that once had a position in the heavens. They gave man technology. They gave man ingenuity to perform miracles and all this, which you would call sorcery or high magic. It's them. Let's go to Galatians 6 real quick. Ephesians 6, yes. 6 and 12. And how does this lead to the battle of Armageddon? Well, brothers and sisters, the battle of Armageddon and all nations coming together under one army that's already formed under the UN is to fight against Christ. The first war is against man, to get all people together with the agenda first, to kill off all the adversaries against the agenda. That's the first order of the New World Order. But once they got all the people with their agenda, then they're going to come under a higher order to fight in the heavens.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12.
Let's read it.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood, brothers and sisters. Our fight is not against flesh and blood. Read.
But against powers.
Against powers, which we know are gods. Read.
But against principalities.
Principalities.
Against powers.
Powers are gods.
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Hold up. So we're not wrestling with flesh and blood, but principalities and gods. Read.
But against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Who is actually ruling the White House, brothers and sisters? You think it's Obama? Who's ruling the nations? Who's giving them their agenda? It's not flesh and blood. It's no one you elected.
This world.
Who set up the Masonic seats over the earth with an agenda? They don't have flesh and blood, brothers and sisters. Who are they then, if we're not wrestling against flesh and blood? And I'm putting this out there because you have so many people out there claiming that the fallen angels story is a myth. It never happened. Who's ruling the world that's not flesh and blood right now? That's against the Most High. Who are they? Read.
Rest
Because
of verse 12.
the wrestling cannot be against flesh and blood. Why? You can move one guy out of the way and they'll just replace it with another guy. But the agenda stands. Who's bringing forth the agenda? Who's the ruler that's setting the agenda for the world governments? You can't say it's people, because one man died and another man is replaced and the agenda continues. This is an ancient agenda. Read.
The rest of verse 12. Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
We're really wrestling against spiritual wickedness in high places. See? When Christ returns, he's going to bind their strong man. He's going to bind Satan for what? 1,000 years. You can't take the house unless you first bind the strong man. Satan, Lucifer, is not by himself. There's many gods that fell with him that are the rulers of nations today. This is who we're contending against. This is who we're praying against. Think about it. You think mankind came up with this idea of how to do certain things in this earth? Just man? Think about it. To systematically set up an agenda and say, you know what? Let's see if we can make a poison that we can give everybody that will only affect them. This is ancient sorcery from the fallen angels. That's who the battle is against. That's who's over science today. Finish reading.
Verse 13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High.
So now we must take the whole armor of the Most High, because our battle is not physical. The people they're putting before you as politicians and all that are only figureheads. They're only holding the physical, the fleshly positions to bring forth the agenda. But they're replaceable. But what's constant? The gods that rule this earth. You're going to find that these gods